Hello, my name is Mooncat and welcome back to another weekly recap from the beta server. This week has been a relatively quiet week, but we do still have a few new things, including a first look at the upcoming soccer event. So let's have a look at that, but before I do, I quickly want to mention that if you are following my higher age unit series and guides, I have started to catch up there. Yesterday I published my progressive era guide, how to get those, the remaining ones in industrial age, and in the upcoming days I will make written guides for modern era units, postmodern era units, and tomorrow era units, all while you are in the industrial age. So if you're interested in those, keep an eye on my website. But for this video, let's talk about the beta, forums, and server, and let's start with the daily changelog. Now, to be honest, most of this is simply bug fixes, so not really a lot exciting. But there is one thing I want to talk about, and that is this. We made some more balanced changes to the anniversary event. So let's have a look at that. Now, last week we talked a little bit about some changes to the buildings, and there are some further changes to the buildings this week. So now, the Grand King and Grand Queen both give 5% attack boost for attacking army in addition to what they already gave. So if you go up here, these buildings now, in addition to giving some forge points, medals and goods and so on, these also now give some attack boost. So a flat 5% attack boost for all ages. Now in terms of the value, that is not very high. These buildings are 9 tiles, 3 by 3 big. So 5% is quite little. So it's not really something I would get for the attack. But if you're already getting these for the forge points, for example, then this additional attack boost will be quite nice. But yeah, nothing too revolutionary for sure, but something that you can consider if you get a few of those kits. But yeah, I will talk more about that in my upcoming video on the event. Another change they made was that they increased the paper money, or the event currency you got from the rush quests. So first they increased it from 50 to 55, and then later on they increased it by another 10 to 65 paper money per rush quest. So there are 37 rush quests in total. So that is, let me do this live, 37 times 15, so that is an additional 555 paper money. Now that is a nice improvement, but I do still think that is too little, so hopefully they do improve it even more. I will go over this again more in detail in my video on the event, but as it is now, you do need to pick up some incidents, play across a few couple of days if you have the surprise box. If you do not have the surprise box, event surprise box, then you're probably not going to be able to get the main building fully leveled as it is right now. So I'll go over that in more detail later on in my video on it, but I do hope they increase it even more. I would say to probably around 100 is a good number, but yeah, let's see if they do that. And yeah, that's pretty much the only change in the changelog that I think is worth looking at. Of course, if you want to have a look at all of these bug fixes, you can have a look at this post. I will link it. But let's move on to the spoiler section. So first of all, for the Archaeology event, which will start in just under 3 days as the time of recording this, it will start on Wednesday. That's the 23rd, I believe. So Wednesday 23rd it should start. And yeah, we don't really have a lot more new stuff now, but we do have these loading screens, and I really like the look of this. This looks really cool in my opinion. Yeah, I definitely like the art style here. We also have the set here in another loading screen, so you can see the base layout. But of course, as we know from the fall set and all the other sets, yeah, hopefully there will be some very good alternative layouts for this. So that'll be interesting to see. So that's really all for the Archaeology event. Not a lot more new stuff there. I don't really expect there to be any changes in terms of the mechanics, the event mechanics compared to last year. But yeah, let's wait until Wednesday to learn more about that. And then, as I talked about in the beginning of this video, we have the first look at the upcoming soccer event, 2022 soccer event. And this should probably start in around 1 month, I imagine. So The Archaeology event will be 3 weeks, and then probably a week or two after that, this will start. So the main building is the Gentiana windmill. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. It has 7 levels. It is 4 by 5, so I don't know. It is still quite big, but compared to other recent event buildings, relatively small. But this is another chain building. So here we have 4 chain buildings, each with 2 variations. These are just aesthetic variations, so they don't really have any impact on the values. But yeah, 4 new chain buildings. These are 4 by 1. So I imagine you will chain them below the building. So we don't know any values, of course, but I do like the look of this, and I do hope we will get some good stuff. If I were to guess, I would probably imagine that one of these give forge points, one gives goods, and then hopefully the last 2 gives attack and defense for your attacking army. That's probably that would be my guess, but we'll have to see what it actually gives. So yeah, we have the windmill farm and farmlands. So farm is the main one, the windmill, and then we have farmlands here, the chain buildings. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these gives, and yeah, it'll take quite some time before we know, but I'm looking forward to that. Then we also have the retreat, another new building, and there's been we also have the 10th anniversary event, for example, where we have a new building. So here we have yet another new building in addition to the main building. So in the anniversary event, we have the Stage of Ages. Here we have the retreat. So I quite like that. So in addition to the main building, which is this building here and all these chain pieces, we also have another building that I assume will be a daily special. So this 3x3 retreat. And of course we don't know what it gives, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gives something like attack. I think it kind of fits in with some older buildings, perhaps not in style, but to me this kind of makes me think of Contestants Estate and all of those buildings. So hopefully this one gives attack, but we will have to see. Now in terms of event mechanics, this is probably very similar to last year. We have this Joker card. I don't think that was a thing last year, so that's probably new, but I don't think it will change things too much. It'll probably be a way to, if you don't remember, in the soccer event you collect player cards, and that impacts a few things. So this will probably be an update as part of that, but I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. So the event mechanics will probably be quite similar to the last year, I imagine. So yeah, that's basically all we know for now, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. We might get some new stuff, so hopefully we will learn more about that in the upcoming weeks. Alright, then one final thing I want to talk about, and I don't really want to talk about it too much, is this post here from InnoGames regarding recent feedback. And there they kind of go over, talk a little bit about how they receive feedback and all of that. And they also want your feedback on what they can improve to improve the feedback and how that is received, and also how things can be improved. So if you have any thoughts there, you can go and post those. I will not go over the thoughts here, you can read those for yourself. It's kind of gone a little bit off topic, but yeah, if you have some opinions on how feedback is handled and some changes or improvements you want to see in terms of how that is handled and how that is communicated back to the community and all of that, you can post that here in the feedback post here, and I will link all of that in the comments. So yeah, I think that is all for this week. So not a lot new. We have some nice images here. We have a first look at the soccer event buildings and some changes to the 10th anniversary. So I will leave it there, but before I do, let me thank my Patreons for their support. I want to thank Homstar, Fort Prefect, Lorden, Rockin' Robin, Kim Cayley, Joshua Clark, Rolf the 8th, PQ the Goat, Merrick, Arkler, Hugo von Count, Jan Fredriksen, Tritter Renves, Filda, Rush, Susan Weiss, Megarock, Rocco, Henrik Derek Kleber, Mattia, Opsy the Obsessed, Raph, and Kim. Thank you all very much for your support. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you in the future.